Okay, guys. So, in our previous session, because the last session was the introduction session, so in that session, we have seen what are the things we are going to cover in our course. So, in continuation to that, first we will start with the remote sensing. What is the remote sensing? Remote sensing, the complete end-to-end course is like very complicated. Complicated means there are many things involved in theory, but as you know, this our course is the professional course, so we are not much going in the theoretical part. We will be focused on the practical things, which everyone has to know if we are going to work with the GIS. So first thing is remote sensing. I am going to cover using these four questions. What is remote sensing? First thing, how we are using the remote sensing. Third thing is where we are using the remote sensing. And fourth one is the why we are using the remote sensing. So I think if you are able to answer any of these questions or all of these questions, then it means you have covered the basics of the or introduction about the remote sensing. So first thing is everyone has to know what is the remote sensing. Second thing is how we are using or how we are implementing the remote sensing and what are the place where we can implement and why basically we need to implement the remote sensing. So the first thing is we will start with what is remote sensing. So to understand what is the remote sensing, first thing is you can see the remote sensing is basically combination of two words. One is the remote and second thing is what? Sensing. What is the meaning of the remote? What is the meaning of the remote? Like when in general language we are talking na ki I am working from the remote location, or in our home also we are using every day we are using a remote control. Where is the remote control of TV? Where is the remote control of AC? So basically, what is the meaning of the remote? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, it means away from something,
It means
away from something, or far away from something.
correct, correct. So it means meaning of remote is basically when you are doing something far away from the object and you are operating that thing, that is called the remote. Remote means far away or far distance from some object. And second word is what? Second word is sensing. Sensing means getting the information or getting the data. Sensing means getting the information or getting the data. Remote means from a long distance. So now if I tell you, if I combine both the word remote sensing, the meaning of remote sensing will be what? The meaning of the remote sensing is if I am not going with the definition of the book, if we are not going to definition of the book, simply the words we have taken remote and sensing, based on that we can understand what is the meaning of the remote sensing. The meaning of remote sensing is getting the information of the object getting the information of object without physical touch of that object. Or we can say like getting the information about the object for a far distance. Correct? Clear? I think you understood what is the meaning of the remote sensing. Remote sensing means what? If we want to get the information about a object without physical touch, without touching that object, then that technology, that science is called the remote sensing. Clear to everyone? What is remote sensing? If anyone will ask you in the interview, can you give the answer? What is the meaning of the remote sensing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, actually, always remember one thing means I believe on that. Instead of learning something, if you will try to understand the thing, then you will never forget. If the same definition, if I ask you, please read and learn, then definitely maybe after some time you will forget. But if you will understand the things based on some word, then you will never forget. So here, remote sensing is what? Remote sensing is basically a type of science, or remote sensing is a type of technology where we are getting the information about the object without physical touch or without the physical intervention. Like here, in continuation to that, so maybe someone can ask you, okay, why you want to get the information of any object without touching that one. So let's suppose here we have a big building. We have a very big building, and I want to get the information about this building, or I want to get the height of this building. I want to
Oh,
find how many floors we have in this building. If I want to find something on the top floor, then definitely we have to use the technology of the remote sensing. Let's suppose if on the top floor, if I want to get information about a particular room, let's suppose you got information that some terrorists are there, then normally if I want to get the information about that particular room, we have the window. If I want to get the information about the terrorist, if I want to find the information about something, then normally how we are finding? Can anyone tell me? Normally, if you want to get the information about an object which is very far from you, normally how you are capturing that information? Through what? Normally, whenever you are going for any trip, let's suppose you are going on the trekking trip, or you are going for any family trip, when how you are capturing the moment?
by
How
taking pictures.
exactly? Very good. Exactly. When you want to get the information about a object, you are using the camera. You are using a camera. Using the camera, you are getting the photos, and based on the photo, you will get the information. So, taking the photograph is also a type of what? Is also a type of remote sensing. Any kind of photo, either you are taking the photo through mobile, or you are taking the photo by camera, or you are taking the photo from helicraft, or you are taking the photo from satellite. Any kind of photo, what we are taking, that is the example of what? That is the example of remote sensing. Why? Because the reason is we cannot go to the particular object. We cannot touch to the particular object. Because of that reason, we are using the camera, taking the photo and getting the information. I mean, let's suppose the last one, volcano is there. Now, if you want to get the information about this volcano, definitely, if you want to just get the normal information, you can take the photo for you can take the photo. But if you want to get deep information about that volcano, obviously no one can take the no one no not any human being can go to that place and take the photo. Correct? Am I right? Someone has to take the photo either through helicopter or through airplane, or we can get the photograph, you can get the information through satellite. So if we want to get the information about any object, अभी glacier है, Himalaya glacier. If anyone want to get the information about the Himalayan glacier, so physically we cannot go to the glacier. So that glacier information we can get with the help of the satellite. We can get the information with the help of the helicopter. So that remote sensing is what? Remote sensing is the science. Remote sensing is the science, or remote sensing is the technology, or say remote sensing is the art of obtaining the information of objects, area, or phenomenon through the analysis of the data acquired by a device that is not in the contact with the object, area, and phenomena. So if we want to get the information about any object, any building, any area, any phenomenon without touching, you can use any method. Okay, there is no restriction of the method. You can use any method. You can get the information, and you can take the photo through, just if you can take by yourself, you can take the photo through the helicopter. You can take the information or photo from the satellite. So ultimately, any camera, any photo, what we are getting, that is the example of what? That is the example of the remote sensing. I hope things is clear to everyone. Clear, guys? What
Yes,
is the
Yes,
meaning
sir.
of the remote sensing?
yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Now, why we required the remote sensing? See, just no need to remember anything. Just I am trying to give you the example which you are seeing your surrounding, but we are not observing that thing. That's all. Okay, see here. Maybe some people belong to Mumbai. Okay, maybe some people belong to Mumbai area. In Mumbai area, normally in the Ganesh Visarjan, at that time there are too much crowd. Too much crowds are there. No one can control that kind of crowd, and even police also means facing too much problem to control all this crowd. But after coming the drones, first of all, that policeman life is very cool. All these policemen are basically sitting inside the control room. they have n number of drones. People or the policemen, they are flying the drones, and from the command and control center, they can see all the drone images, they can see all the photos, videos, and from the command and control center, they can watch each and everything, and based on any activity, they can quickly take the decision. Let's suppose if you, I think you guys already have uh, means fly so many times from one city to another city. At the time of the corona, at the time of the corona, how people or how government is finding ki you are means you have the fever or not? Have anyone seen that machine?
So that thermal gun.
Thermal camera, thermal gun. Using the thermal gun without touching you, they can get the information कि you have a fever or not. Correct? So these kind of examples, not only one or two, there are n number of examples are there where basically without touching the object, you can get all the information. In airport, they are scanning your luggage without touching your luggage, just to scan, and they can find what are the items you have in your bag. Now let's suppose someone is belong to the farming background. Maybe someone belong to the farming background. And let's suppose you have the acres of land. You have acres of land, and in that land you have basically you are doing farming for the green peas, or you are just some plant you have basically put there. Now, because of you have acres of land, you have acres of land, and every week you want to check your plant's health. Every week you want to check your plant's health. So, as you know, if someone want to check plant health manually, is there any chemical deficiency? Is there any mineral deficiency? Is there any insects is there? Because of the insects, your crops is not properly healthy. So if that kind of thing you want to do manually, so first thing is this is very time consuming job, and second thing is every week it is very tough to do the same exercise. So now there are something we have discussed. So like here the first point is the systematic data collection. Systematic data collection means, let's suppose we are in the farming. Every week, drone will fly on your farm. Drone will fly on your farm, get the images, and from that image, you can do the analysis and you can take the decision if where we have the good plant health, where plant health is not good, where some insects are there, where everything is good. So based on that, every week you are doing this thing. So based on that, you can take the decision ki, okay, based on the crop health, this in this season, maybe I will get 1 ton of particular thing. So how you can find out the crop yield? How we can do the crop yield analysis? So here also there is a role of remote sensing. Information about 3 dimension of real object. If I want to create a building in 3D, if I want to create a building in 3D, then only remote sensing technology which help us to do this thing. Repeatability. As I told you, if every week you want to collect the information about your farm, or every week some surveillance we want to do, then we can use the drone, we can use the cameras, and we can do our work. So that is also the example of remote sensing. Global coverage, weather condition department, how they are getting the weather information? Because of what? Because of the remote sensing technology. They are not going to the particular place and checking today we have the cold or today we have the summer. Everything is the information they are getting with the help of remote sensing. Solution of inaccessible area that we already have discussed. Multi-purpose information. So whenever if any human being go and check the crop, then maybe he can find out one problem. But if you are getting the images from the drone, based on the image analysis, maybe we can provide multiple, we can provide the result in multiple aspect. Okay, this mineral have issue, this chemical have issue, this insect has issue. So that kind of benefit also we will get. Get coverage and accuracy. Definitely, if something you are going to do with the camera or any device, then you will get good accuracy. Temporal data collection. Temporal data collection means the data which we are collecting based on the time. Means January we have collected this data, February we have collected this data, March we have collected this data. So that kind of data is called the temporal data, and that also we can collect with the help of remote sensing. And cost effective. If you have 10 acre of land, if you are going to do this thing, then if you will do with the human being, then this is very costly. Means so many person we required. But if we want to do this thing through drone, so first thing is quickly you can do, you can complete the work in 1 hour or 2 hour. But if we will do with the manual, then definitely it will take too much time. So these are the some reason which is showing that why we required the remote sensing. Third thing is where we required or where we are using the remote sensing. First thing is mapping of the assets. If you want to map your assets, then manually if you are going and checking each and every asset, then definitely it will take too much time, one thing. And second thing is accuracy will also not correct. So better we can collect the information, or we can do the asset mapping with the help of what? With the help of the remote sensing. How we can do this thing? Let's suppose I will give you a task. There is a substation, electric substation. We want to we want to capture all the building area, or we want to capture all the assets which you are able to see in the substation area. Then what we can do, we can get the image using the drone, and from that image you can easily identify this is a pole, this is a box, this is that thing. So using that we can we can collect all the assets with the accuracy. Military surveillance is a very important use of the remote sensing. Like previously, as I told you, कि in U4GIS solutions in our company, we are doing the development related activities. We are doing the projects, and one division we have for the training. So before 2 3 months, we have basically that time we have one project. I will not tell you the name and location, but in that project, that project belong to the defense. So in that project, they are given images of the particular area in every 10 days. Okay. In every 10 day or in every week, they are providing the images. And our work was what? Our work was we need to develop a tool. That tool will scan the image and tell you, is there any new bunker is there? Is there any new helipad? Is there any new car? Is there any new objects which previously it was not there and now this is there? Normally that images is from the border area. So there manual surveillance is little bit tough. So in that situation, now these days, our defense is doing this surveillance with the help of what? With the help of the drone images, or we can say with the help of the satellite. Then we are using the this remote sensing in the business studies. I will tell you one more example just to finish this thing first. Renewable natural resource mapping. So if we want to map the renewable natural resources, so in that also remote sensing is very useful. Non-renewable resource exploration. So like some of the mining area, in mining area, to watch all the trucks in mining area, we need to find in how much material will come out. So all these things, all this kind of analysis is very easy with the help of what? With the help of the remote sensing. Agriculture field, global change reduction and evaluation, environment assessment and monitoring. So in the agriculture, we already have discussed many example. Global change reduction. If I will give you Hyderabad image before 5 year and now, and I tell you, please find out what are the changes we have seen in last 5 year. So using the satellite image, using the remote sensing, we can easily find out what are the changes made in last 5 year. How many ponds, how many water bodies are missing. Now in last 5 year or 10 year, all the water bodies builder have used and they have developed a building. So these all things easily we can find out with the help of what? With the help of the remote sensing. Understood, guys? Where we are using the remote sensing? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will give you one more example. This is not just an example. This is basically a real story. And in that story, you can easily understand the power of the remote sensing. Before, I think that story, what I'm telling you, that story you can easily get in the this YouTube also. Okay. So that story, I think before 15 year, yes, I think before 15 year. So in that story, what happened? some of the currencies, which basically, if some notes are basically, अभी कैसा note फट गया है, no one is using that note पे color आ गया है, then normally what bank is doing, bank is collecting all that kind of currency, and they will send this currency to the mint. Mint means where government is making this currency. So they are sending, normally banks are sending the old currencies in the mint, and from mint they will get what? They will get the new currency. So government, the banks, two, three banks, they have collected all the money, collected all the currency, and that incident is from the Tamil Nadu. So from Chennai, there was one train. That train normally evening start at 6 o'clock, and where these people want to go, that station, this train will reach like morning 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. So this is only one night journey. So what happened? All these bank people, they have collected all the currency, and they have sent this currency for the exchange. So when they send all these currencies for exchange, so that time there are one higher authority from the bank, one deputy commissioner rank person, and along with that there are around 5 or 10 policemen. These all people sit in the different this compartment, besides the compartment where they have the currencies. And that currency, this one currency compartment is totally locked. So now what happened, when evening 6 o'clock train is started, after that train reach at one station around 8 o'clock. So people came outside for the tea. So they have a tea, and after that again the train is start. So evening, or you can say like night 10 o'clock and 10:30, train will reach on one station. So where again the people, the policemen and all people came outside for the tea. So one guy just observed, and he asked someone, ki, I am observing that there is some light in the compartment where we have the currency. So suddenly will all people just go outside this particular compartment, because this compartment was sealed, na? So no one can easily open that up compartment. So they have just go and check from outside. So they can see ki some light is basically visible. So they informed to the higher authorities. So immediately they have taken the decision, ki please cut this compartment from the train, and now after that open the seal and go inside and check what is the problem. Then what happened, that incident is around night 11 o'clock or 11:30. Then they all the people go inside and check that the roof of the train the roof of the train is basically cut, and the light what they are able to see, that light is coming from the moon, and all the currency is basically not there in the compartment. The theft came, and they have just thief all the currencies from the compartment. Okay, till this point everything is fine. All currency is gone. They have report in the police and everything. You can't believe, guys, this incident after 6 months. After 6 months of that incident, is actually policemen and higher authorities, still people are trying to find कि where, how, means where and how these people have basically theft this currency. So no one was able to understand ki how this currency is gone. Then after 6 months, they basically get the help from the US. They get the help from the US because that time someone suggested, someone suggested ki there is a satellite, there is a US satellite. That satellite is capturing all the information 24 by 7. Okay, so they have requested to the US government and asked, ki, can you please check that particular date, that particular time, and images or videos. So they found the video in between that time, means night 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock or 11:30. And that technology is what? Remote sensing. And remote sensing, using the remote sensing technology, basically US government kept all the images which they have always taken from the satellite. After that, our surveillance team or our military and police, they have gone through the video and they found that there are 4 people who has done all these job. So once they got once they got this ki 4 people they have done all these job, immediately their way of the way of like finding the thief is changed. Now after that they try to find the mobile call, phones and everything, and within 1 month they found all the people who has basically done this crime. So that was the time where basically I have means gone through this thing. Ki remote sensing is also people can use in that kind of thing. Okay, so remote sensing is very, very powerful. Now here, next thing is how we are doing the remote sensing. So remote sensing, as I told you, ki whenever you are taking the photo from the camera or whenever you are taking the photo from the helipad, from anywhere. So whatever the information we are getting, that information we are getting with the help of the camera. And now here one question: if you want to take the photograph, okay, let's suppose you want to get the information of the particular object, and in your mobile flash is not there, flash is not working, can we get the information? If flash is not there, so can we get the information properly?
No.
Definitely we cannot get the information properly because the reason is flash is not there. So it means one thing we understood: if we want to get the information about any object, if we want to get the information about any object, then one thing is very, very important. Even though you have the camera, I have the camera, one thing is very, very important, that is the light. Correct? If light is not there, then we cannot get the information. Correct? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And now coming to the little bit technical language. So in the technical language, we are not saying ki light is important. What we are saying, we will tell energy source is important. Whenever we want to take the photo or we want to get the information about any object, the most important thing is what? Most important thing is the energy source. If energy source is not there, if energy source is not there, then we cannot take the information or we cannot get the photo. And which one is the best energy source and free of cost energy source?
Sun.
Sunlight. Exactly. We have to means thanks to the God, God has given the sun. So sun is what? Sun is the free of cost energy source. But if sun is not there, if sun is not there, then we have to use the artificial energy source that you guys are using with the form of the in the form of the flash. In night time, if you want to get the information, you have to use the flash, then only you will get the proper information. So normally what is happening when energy source, because energy source is sun, when the light or when the energy come from the sun, that energy will directly hit to the different objects. It will hit the water, it will hit on the tree, it will hit on the house, and after that it will reflect that energy. When it will reflect the energy, then after we have the satellites. Satellites are capturing that energy, and one satellite will capture this energy. After that, this energy satellite will transfer to the ground station. This energy satellite will transfer to the ground station, and ground station will process this energy and convert all this energy to the image. Same thing what we are doing in camera. When you will click and camera will collect the photo, collect the energy, process it, and provide you the image. Same thing here also. Satellite will capture the reflected energy and send this energy, collect all these energies, send this energy to the ground station, and ground station will process the energy and provide us the image. So that is basically what? That is basically the general workflow when we are getting what? That satellite image or any image using the remote sensing. So here you can see this is in more detail. So here we have the what are the main component we have in the remote sensing. In interviews, people can ask you the question, what are the main components we have in the remote sensing? So we have total 6 main component. The first main component is the sunlight. Sunlight is called what? Sun is called the energy source, and from the sunlight we are getting the energy. And when the energy is come from the sun, then in between the sun and earth, we have what? We have the atmosphere. The sunlight will cross the atmosphere and reach to the earth, and from earth it will reflect. Once it will reflect, this reflection or this reflected energy is captured by the satellite, and after that satellite will send all this energy to the ground station, and in ground station our people will process the energy and convert to the image, and then after that images we are using in companies for the digitization purpose or for the collection of the information. So this is the process of the remote sensing what basically we are using. So what are the main component of the remote sensing? Energy source, radiation or atmosphere, interaction with the target, recording of energy by the sensor, transmission, reception and processing, interpretation and analysis, and application. So here energy source, you guys already know, energy source is our sunlight. Then from atmosphere, so energy source will come through the atmosphere, interact with the target. Target means in on the earth there are many different type of targets are there. Means we have the building, we have the greenery, we have the water body. So these energy will hit all these target, reflect this energy, and after reflection This is captured by the satellite, and from satellite, this energy will send to the transmit, reception, and processing. So this energy will send to the ground station, and in ground station, people will convert this energy to the images, and for that images for the further analysis, and that images people are using in the application. What you are able to see, Google Earth, Google Image, that image. So all these places people are using that image only. So this is basically like this satellite is moving here and there. So you can see here, this is, let's suppose, our Earth. Earth is moving, satellite is also moving, and when the sunlight will come here, it will reflect and this satellite will capture. I will show you one more thing that is very surprising for you definitely. Just see here, see this one. You know, means you can't believe, these all points are what? You know, this
Satellites.
is
Satellite
your Earth.
in the Earth's orbit.
Correct. This is your Earth, and these all are what? These all are the satellite.
Satellite.
And उससे भी बड़ी चीज मैं आपको बताता हूँ, आप और सरप्राइज होगे। जितना यूज का है उतना ही कचरा पड़ा है वहां पे। जितना what there are maximum satellites which is useful, means countries are using that satellite. If you see here debris. You know what is the debris?
Yes, sir.
Debris means पूरा कचरा,
Waste.
मतलब वेस्ट। वो सैटेलाइट बिफोर 20 ईयर, बिफोर 10 ईयर सैटेलाइट गया, after 1 year, 2 year, he has that satellite has done his job, and after that still satellite is there only. So in this area you can see there are active satellites as well as there are n number of waste satellites also there. Second thing is, if I will try to show you here IRN, see, these all are what? These all are the Indian satellite which we are using for the GPS purpose, GPS locations. So if I click on this, then here you can see this is the current location of this satellite. These all things we will see in our upcoming lectures. So these satellites are basically always basically revolving on the proper orbit. Okay, so this is the orbit, and any satellite, if you want to see currently, this is the live location. So currently this satellite is where, so it will show you currently this location of the satellite is this. If I click on this, so you can see here the details of the satellites. What is the satellite name? IRNSS-1B, and this one, what is the type? What is different properties are there? What is the altitude? कितना एल्टीट्यूड पे है आप देखो यहाँ पे 35,722 किलोमीटर हाइट पे है ये. What is the velocity? What is the period? See, period means 1436 minutes it will take to take one round. Okay, so here any satellite, if you want to see, you can basically see here, this is all the GLONASS satellite. So what is the orbit? What is the path they are following? If you click on any, then it will show you currently this satellite is where and how it is moving. Actually, previously there was one website. That website is basically showing, if I click on this point, then it will show you currently this satellite is watching which area of the earth. Currently, this satellite is watching which it is collecting the information of which part of the earth. So that website, actually they have shut down that website, but definitely that information you will get somewhere also. I will try to give you. So this is I will send you this name of the website on WhatsApp group. So there are satellites and these things we will discuss in the upcoming session. Ki what are the different type of satellite we have and how satellite is capturing the information and all. Okay, guys.